Greetings, YouTube viewers. Happy Halloween 2012. This is my version of the Axworthy ghost in my yard, and this is my 5th season of trying to get this thing to work like it's supposed to. It is a hair pulling project. I wouldn't recommend it, but for those of you who want to attempt it, maybe I might be able to help you out today. Kind of show you my setup and see if it resembles anything that you've done, or boy, I know I've tried everything, but this year I got it going. It'll run 8 or 9, 10 hours or until I shut it off. I'm using these wig heads, these styrofoam wig heads. I cut it in half and hollowed them out a little bit, and boy, they work really well. One of the tricks is just use lightweight ghosts, and it'll solve a lot of your problems right now. When I first started trying to do this, I wanted really fast ghosts. One of the things I found out was slow that thing down, a lot less problems. So, take you over here to the motor that I'm using. This is a furnace blower motor off of a gas furnace, and it's got a little capacitor down here. But of course, these things are really fast, so I put a 1/2-inch spindle on it, available at Granger for about $8. A big fan belt, about 3 feet long. The top pulley is what really slows it down. That came off of a wheel off of a fertilizer spreader. And then down below, you'll see a 6-inch steel pulley, also available from Granger for about $8. And this item I'm using underneath of it, it's a pizza pan. It has a really nice smooth end to it, so the ghosts just kind of whip around it really flawlessly and gracefully. And here comes my second one here. You can kind of see how she goes around. Yeah, it's kind of difficult, but so I've got 3 pulleys set up with 2 ghosts. I'm using this green spider wire this year, 50-pound test line. I've had this thing up for a month, running just about every day, and it hasn't broke on me a single time. So I highly recommend that versus the clear fishing line. I had a lot of problems with that clear stuff. It liked to twist up until it broke. So I'll take you over to one of the other pulleys there, and I'll show you how I kind of made that one up. My camera's a little shaky. I'm on some uneven ground. I highly recommend one of those too, those exorcist dolls. It's pretty neat. So yeah, the Axworthy is one of the funnest things I've ever done, but boy, it is a hair puller and a widow maker. My wife, she gets upset with me because I spend too much time on it, but you can kind of watch how she goes around here. Okay, so what I got is 3/4 inch galvanized pipe drove down into the ground with 3/4 inch conduit attached to it, and that's worked out real well. Conduit's cheap, $1.50 for a big 10-foot section. And then right here you can kind of see I just bent it and go on over to my pulley here. So this is a 6-inch steel pulley again from Granger, about $8. And then underneath of it is again a kind of a rusty pizza pan, but they really work well. See the ghost here? Yeah, it just goes right on around. So you want to oil these things. If you do it my way, oil them real good. Make sure there's no friction on them before you put them up. Tighten your drive belt. Tighten this down really tight. Let it run for a little bit, maybe a half hour. Then cut it and tighten it again. That makes all the difference in the world. Let that thing, yeah, just let that thing run for a little bit. Another thing that'll help, if you can kind of see my pulley over there and follow straight across into my other pulley. Another trick to get this thing to work really well is line those pulleys up the best you can. Use a laser level if you have to, a tall ladder, a couple of guys. But yeah, make sure that they're really even as much as you can get them. Makes a big difference. Lightweight ghosts, lightweight fabric. Oil your pulleys down. Try not to fly it, when it's windy. That'll just add to your headache. But I like the bicycle rim idea. except I don't have many trees in my yards. I didn't want a bicycle rim kind of looking kind of goofy around all my stuff. So these little pulleys, you can paint these and camouflage them to kind of match things in your yard. So that's kind of neat. So again, furnace fan blower on a pole there. Pizza pan, inexpensive steel pulleys. Lightweight ghosts. I'm using these heads, you know, these wake heads. And that fabric, about $3 or $4 at Walmart. A lot of people have been stopping by. Hey, what's that? I said, well, that's the famous Axworthy ghost. Well, I'd like to have one of them. I said, yeah, a lot of people would. But your marriage probably wouldn't handle it. Let me tell you, 5 years of this thing, and I've just learned a lot. So, hey, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to list them down below. And happy Halloween from Kirkland, Indiana.